Hello, everybody. This is Ron Dittmars talking to you from the Erasmus Academy recording studios. And together with Chris is here today with us, who's going to be our guest speaker in working through this paragraph. And as you know, I'll be reading the sentence out loud, and Chris will repeat after me. And as he does so, please read along with him to get a sense of the sound, and then ask him questions and try to reply to the questions in your own imagination as to how you would reply in deconstructing the sentences. Okay, so we're going to go right down to here at this point, this paragraph from the top, and we're aiming for 10 minutes or maybe 9 minutes. Okay, here we go. You all set, Chris?
I'm all set.
All right, here we go. Musik zu interpretieren, everybody,
Musik zu interpretieren
ist es nicht nur notwendig,
ist es nicht nur notwendig,
Emotionen zu verstehen,
Emotionen zu verstehen,
sondern auch das Repertoire zu kennen.
sondern auch das Repertoire zu kennen.
Okay, so what do you do with zu?
Zu means in order to.
Okay, so in order to interpret music, and then here's your verb ist. It is not only. What does the pair nicht nur, sondern auch mean?
It means not only, but also.
Exactly, yeah. So it is not only, this is a predicate adjective, it is not only necessary, notwendig, and then infinitive to understand emotions, but also, it is not necessary understood, to know the repertoire, the sort of the what is in the repertoire of performances and music. Okay, great. You want to do the whole first sentence?
Sure. In order to interpret music, it is necessary not only to understand emotions, but also to know the repertoire.
Great. Going on. Bei bei Bachs Musik habe ich einen großen Vorteil aufgrund der vielen Jahre. Everybody?
Bei Bachs Musik habe ich einen großen Vorteil aufgrund der vielen Jahre.
Good. So this S here is the possessive by in the case of Bach's music. And then where's the verb there in up to the comma here, Chris?
Habe.
Good. And so where's the subject? Is obviously
Bach's music.
no. This is no. It's ich here.
Oh, sorry, ich.
That's okay.
Sorry.
And by the way, whenever you have a prepositional phrase or anything adverbially at the beginning of the sentence, it'll reverse the verb and the subject order. So habe ich here. So I have, in the case of Bach's music, I have, and then this is an advantage. This is a direct object, an advantage. And aufgrund means on the basis of, and takes the genitive of the many years. You want to do that up to the comma?
Sure. In the case of Bach's music, I have a great advantage based on the many years.
Good. And going on, die ich bei der Bach-Aria Group verbrachte.
Die ich bei der Bach-Aria Group verbrachte.
It's with so much German. It's the temptation is to read this. Try to read this with a German accent as well, but it's just the Bach aria group. Okay, so this is a relative pronoun. What's its antecedent? So which?
Jahre.
Yeah, on the basis of many years. Which I, and then where's the verb?
Verbrachte.
Yeah, that means spent or to pass. Which I spent with the Bach aria group. Okay, going on. Ich verfüge über eine gründliche über ein gründliche Kenntnis seiner Kantaten. Go ahead.
Ich verfüge über eine gründliche Kenntnis seiner Kantaten und Weiß.
Ja, Kantaten und weiß. In welcher Relation, let's just go up to here first. Let's translate this first. So, where's the verb?
Verfüge.
Verfüge. Yeah, this really means I possess or I own, but in this case, we can just say I have. I have a foundational knowledge, and then this is a compact genitive of his cantatas, and then the second verb is um, and I know, um, and then where's the verb in this phrase? In which,
Stehen.
yeah, in which, in what relationship um, text and and keys stand to one another. So these are the subject here, in which relationship you could say text that is the what's written and the key that the music is written in stand to one another. Okay, and then what does zu mean?
Zu means in order to.
Yeah, zu here. So zu in order to bring literally feelings to expression. So let's do that sentence here. See, starting with ich verfüge from there down to this part. Chris, go ahead.
I have a thorough knowledge of his cantatas and know in what relation texts and keys stand to one another in order to express feelings.
Yeah, or literally to in order to bring feelings to an expression. Great. Okay, fantastic. Going on from here, let's read some aloud. Die Weisheit und Erfahrung, everybody,
Die Weisheit und Erfahrung,
die ich durch das Studium der Vokalwerke Bachs gesammelt habe,
die ich durch das Studium der Vokalwerk Bachs gesammelt habe.
this is a tough word here. The accent actually goes right here, Vokalwerke. So this the vocal works of Bach. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the wisdom and the experience. These two words, and then what does D refer back to?
The wisdom and experience, the
Yeah,
Weisheit und Erfahrung.
yeah, to both of these exactly. Which I, and then what's the verb complex of that relative clause?
Gesammelt habe.
Great, which I have collected or gathered, you could say, through taking the direct object through the study of the vocal works of Bach. And then, so looking at this whole sentence, die Weisheit und die Erfahrung, where's the main verb?
Main verb is waren.
Good, excellent, yeah. So they were simply, so wisdom and experience were for me equally, and then this is just a predicate adjective, important, as now here we're coming upon an extended modifier as now after das you expect an adjective or a noun, you don't get it, you get a preposition. So what does this maybe indicate here, Chris?
That's an extended modifier.
That's the
The beginning
beginning,
after
exactly,
das.
beginning of an extended modifier, and it goes from here, and where does it end?
Casals.
Yeah, so in this case it doesn't end with a with an adjective or a participle because you have a past participle serving as the noun here. So as that, and then erlernte, which to learn, or that which was learned or acquired. And again, this is a past participle with serving as a noun, which gives it the sense of a gerund in English, ing word, as that which was learned, and then go back and pick up this extended modifier.
Yeah, through the work with Casals.
Yeah, through my work with Casals. Good. Let's
I
see.
missed those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to tell them something about how your great sort of admiration for this construction?
Yeah, I miss it, the extended modifiers. I was thinking about those when I was driving home from work the other day and how much I missed them because I hadn't seen one in a little while.
That's great. Yeah, and you did quite well when we got to that point too, in w looking at those
I
constructions.
enjoyed learning about those. Yeah.
Great. Why don't you do the whole sentence here? Start with Die Weisheit und Erfahrung slowly.
Okay. The wisdom and the experience which I have gathered through the study of Bach's vocal works were as equally important for me as that which was learned through my work with Pablo Casals.
Great. Adding Pablo in there, which is nice. Fantastic. Okay, great. Let's go on. Die Vertrautheit mit den Cellosonaten von Beethoven half mir. Go ahead.
Die Vertrautheit mit den Cellosonaten von Beethoven half mir.
Okay, going up to this point, where's your verb up to this point, up to the comma there?
Half.
Half. It's hard to recognize this, but if you know the principal parts, you would. The infinitive is helfen, which means to help, and it always takes the dative case. So the three principal parts are helfen, half, geholfen. Um, and this is the subject, obviously, the familiarity helped me, and then with the cello. Actually, sometimes when you have a sort of prepositional phrase that describes this, you would include this first in the translation. So the familiarity with the cello sonatas of Beethoven helped me. And then what sort of word are you looking for after that? What would you anticipate finding?
After the half,
Yeah.
a dative.
Well, yeah, dative here helped me, and then you're looking for an infinitive following it, which is a complementary infinitive right here. Helped me
Right.
to look through, zu durchschauen, to look into or look into the heart of his other works. And then was is a relative pronoun referring back to this sort of nebulous antecedent, not nebulous, but not determined specifically, to look through his other works, which I, and then where's the verb complex of that relative clause?
Viter Weitergeben konnte.
Yeah, weitergeben könnte, which I was able to give to pass on then to our trio. Good. Do that whole sentence, please.
The familiarity with the cello sonatas of Beethoven helped me to grasp his other works,
Mhm.
which I then was able to pass along to our trio.
Perfect. Okay. Let's see. We're going up only up to here. One more sentence here. Going on. Viele der Vorschläge, everybody,
Viele der Vorschläge,
die ich für die Aufführungen der Trios machte,
die ich für die Aufführungen der Trios machte,
let's go up to there. So many of the proposals or suggestions. And then what does D refer back to? What is it? Its antecedent?
the Vorschläge,
Vorschläge. Yeah, the
Vorschläge, sorry.
many of the suggestions which I and then which I made machte again dependent clause with the verb going at the end, which I made for the performances of the trios basically. Verdanke, which means I am indebted to or I thank. You could say I am indebted to my taking the dative to my work with Casals and with Toscanini. Okay, you want to just start with that Die Vertrautheit again? Do the whole thing? No, I'm sorry, we
The,
did that already. Just let's go on
yeah.
with viele der Vorschläge, that last sentence.
Many of the suggestions which I made for the performance trios I own to my works with Casals and Toscanini.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully you'll come back for another session following up with this. And have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye bye.